All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is Fans of the Diamond here on Driving to the Top Productions. I am Big Rich. That guy over there, that's Dylan. And we got a lot of baseball to talk about. It's the week after the trade deadline. And some of the teams that we were expecting to see do some things after the trade deadline have kind of, shall we say, wet the bed. When you look at what, including my Pirates, the Cleveland Guardians are 3-7. The Rangers are 4-6. Seattle's 3-7 in their last 10. Pirates are 3-7. They've dropped to 5.5 back in the wild card. Um, Even the Dodgers, and full kudos and credit to our guy Jason, who called this last week on this very program. Actually, the Dodgers are 2-8 in their last 10, and he said they were going to hit a little bit of a stretch. Hey, MD, good to see you. But Jason called it. He said they'll have a stretch. They'll start coming back a little bit to reality, and they would make it a little closer than what it should be. Arizona's 7.5 back right now. I believe they were like 13 back at this time last week, 12 back, something like that. Dylan, Milwaukee's still the hottest team in baseball. They've been that way all season with 74 wins. And I mean, they've pulled away from the Dodgers. They got a 4-game lead over the Dodgers for best record. 7-3 in their last 10. Any major surprises for you since the trade deadline?
By the way, the Dodgers are lucky to win that game on Saturday night. I mean, the D-backs had time run on third base, nobody out after Colvin after back-to-back triples. But
Yeah.
you also forgetting one thing: the Rays are 6-0 on their West Coast road trip, and now they are in Sacramento tonight.
Yeah, Tampa's 71-46, the best record in the American League, by 5.5 over the Yankees, who are supposed to be getting some good news tomorrow, whether it's Giancarlo Stanton coming back into the lineup or Aaron Judge. They haven't really disclosed that much yet, but they're supposed to be getting one of their players back. From what I hear, Aaron Judge is not going to be back till the end of the month, though. So we'll see how that plays. But man, by the time they get those guys back, Tampa may have just lost New York in the rearview mirror, and the Yankees are playing for a wild card.
Yeah, and it's funny. I was looking at the standings today. The Chicago White Sox, yes, the Chicago White Sox would get a bye into the ALDS, while the LA Dodgers would not get a bye into the NLDS.
Okay. Yeah, because the Dodgers had the third best record in the of the division winners. Yeah, by one game. You're right.
And the Dodgers are 70-48, while the White Sox are 61-56.
Well, I got an even better one for you. The White Sox would be in fourth place in the American League East. They're in first place in the American League Central. They would be in fourth place in the American League East. The American League East. They'd be behind Tampa, New York, and Boston. And by the way, kudos to Boston Paul's Red Sox, 8-2 in their last 10. They're on a tremendous run, but this just in, Red Sox fans, it ain't going to last the rest of the season. You're not going to play 900 baseball from now to the end of the season. You're going to come back to reality just a little bit. But at the same time, me included, we're putting the Red Sox out to pasture in May and June. And I don't know about you, man, they've definitely been the story for me the last like 60 days.
And Adley Rutschman might make his Red Sox debut north of the border tomorrow night.
Yeah. Yeah. The Red Sox pitching staff has really kind of come together, surprisingly. Toronto just never has been able to get it put together this season. And of course, they traded away Kevin Gausman to the Cubs at the trade deadline. So, I got a funny feeling it's wait till next year for the defending AL champs.
I'm not I'm not counting out the Blue Jays. They're only 3.5 out of a playoff spot. I mean, nobody wants to get an AL playoff spot this year. I mean, look at
Well,
the Tigers. Look at the Tigers.
that is true, but it just doesn't seem like at any point this season Toronto has looked like a team that was deserving of making the postseason. They'd win a few, they'd lose a few, they'd lose a bunch, they'd win a couple. They never seem to have that 2 or 3 week run where they go 12-4 or 15-5 or something like that. They just never did that this season. And I've got of all the teams in the AL, they're one of the ones I have the least faith in getting it together and making a run. Them, Kansas City, the Angels, the A's, I think they're cooked. And really, I'm pretty close to claiming that Baltimore's cooked. Sorry, Rav. I'm pretty close to claiming, though, that Baltimore's cooked. So, but it's going to be fun to see how this all plays with the wild card because you legitimately have, of course, the Yankees and the Red Sox have the first two wild cards. The Rangers have the third one currently. But you have 6 other teams within 3.5 games of that Ranger spot. Somebody's got to get hot. You know? But let me ask you, Dylan. You got Detroit, you got the Rangers, Detroit, Minnesota, Cleveland, Baltimore, Seattle, Toronto. Who would you have confidence in getting hot and rolling off 15 out of 20 or 20 out of 25?
I mean, part of me thinks the Mariners are going on a run, but then again, the way Cal Raleigh is hitting this year, or maybe more so not hitting. I mean, Seattle just I mean, the Rays just swept Seattle out of without Griffin Jacks pitching, and who was Tampa's starter yesterday? Ian Seymour looking like he's James Shields out there. I mean, I think the
Jax just
Mariners.
went on the DL today, though.
Well, yeah, with an elbow, not good. But
Not good.
But the Mariners' offense right now is so hit or miss right now, and the pitching staff. I mean, like, what's with Logan Gilbert giving up home runs at T-Mobile Park?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, the team, honestly, to me, if I see a team that could really roll something like that together, it's either Cleveland or Detroit. And I would probably lean a little more toward Cleveland simply because of pitching.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
and Cleveland's got the experience for what happened last year. I mean, the Guardians have got really good pitching, really good bullpen, but I don't know if Jose Ramirez is quite himself.
my fantasy team will tell you he's not. Um, but be that as it is, they've made some moves. They sent Kyle Manzardo down to AAA. They traded Bo Naylor at the trade deadline. So and I mean, on the flip side of that, you get guys like Brian Rocchio, who has definitely had a breakout season. Chase DeLauder is playing really well, rookie outfielder. Um, I'm interested to see what's going to happen with those guys the rest of the season. And of course, Adam will be jumping on with us here in just a little bit. He's definitely the more inside the Guardians than we are. But I don't know. I mean, that's my thought. I think it's either going to be Detroit or Cleveland that would be that team.
And by the way, did you see Will Venable not remembering that his pitching coach already visited the mound? Oops. That's not good.
Well, but it was in the first inning. How many times does the pitching coach go out to visit in the first inning?
Apparently not enough for Venable, and that was after a 13-inning game the night before. Oops, not good for
Yeah,
the bullpen.
yeah. But I'll tell you what, though, with that one mistake, take all the good things that he's done with that team this year, and we'll spot him a bad move.
Yeah.
Because that team has played really, really well this year. Way outkicked their coverage. And we talked about this Saturday. I think that the White Sox have basically just said, why not us? Why not? Why can't we win this division? We've led the division a large chunk of the season. Why can't we win this division? Why can't we go into the playoffs? And once you go into the playoffs, ask the 2019, ask the no, not 19. Yeah, 19 Diamondbacks. Ask the 2015 Royals. Ask some of these teams that nobody saw at the beginning of the year as being a team that was going to go for the World Series and ended up winning it. So, and they look like they're a team that if they got hot, they could.
I don't know if the White Sox have the starting pitching to make a deep run in October.
Yeah, but you know what? As it sits right now, the biggest competition they've got is Tampa.
True. And I don't think anybody fears the Rays. I mean, the Yankees starting pitching looks great, but New York couldn't. But we don't know whether or not Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Judge, and Cody Bellinger will be 100%.
Right.
And I don't know about you, but the Yankees aren't going to strike out everybody in October. Somebody's going to catch the ball, though George Lombard looks like he can play shortstop.
Well, Lombard's a hell of a lot better than what they had. I mean, most people that have listened to any of our programs here on Driving to the Top know what I think of Anthony Volpe. I haven't held that back from anybody. But, Lombard, he's got the ability to do this. MDE brings up a good point, and he's right. The 2023 Rangers. There was no reason the Rangers should have won that World Series. They absolutely crapped the bed in September, gave Houston the division, had to go to Tampa to win that wild card series, and then they end up going out, and of course they played the Diamondbacks, and won that series. All you got to do is get in, and heaven only knows what happens once you get in.
Yeah, and didn't the Rangers go from like Seattle to Tampa? Like they made one of the longest flights a
Yep,
team
they
could
did
make.
with no day off.
Of course,
Yep.
they've been involving Jordan Montgomery turned into.
No, that was where they got smart because if you remember correctly, Jordan Montgomery pitched game 1 in Seattle, and they sent Montgomery to Seattle the day before so that he could be rested. Even if the other guys were walking around like zombies, Montgomery was rested so that he could go in that game 1. But we were talking about this on Saturday's show as well, and this to me, Dylan, just drives me absolutely bananas. Coming into tonight, care to guess how many Major League Baseball players that qualify are hitting over 300?
6.
8.
Let me see if I can guess who they are. Let me see if I can guess who they are.
Go right ahead. My money's on you can name 6.
Yordan Alvarez.
That would be the actually number 1 on the list.
Let me think. Shohei Ohtani.
No.
Oh,
Ohtani's hitting 292.
Darn it. Think. Yandy Diaz. Oh, excuse me. Freddie Freeman.
You almost had it with Yandy Diaz. He's hitting 298. Freddie Freeman is right. He's hitting 303. Now that I'm thinking about it, you might get just 4 out of the 8.
Bobby Witt Jr.?
Nope. Bobby Witt Jr. is hitting 284.
No, I'm thinking.
I got an even better gauge for this for you. There's only one that's in the American League. No, I'm sorry, 2 in the American League. There's only 2 in the American League. And you already named one of
them. Junior Caminero.
Junior Caminero is hitting, oh crud, 278.
Otto Lopez.
That would be the number 2 player. He's hitting, or 3, I'm sorry. He's hitting 318. There is one guy between Alvarez and Lopez. And he's one that should be, I think, should be a gimme.
What division does that guy play in?
Think about high average for like the last 5 or 6 years. Just got traded.
Wait, you mean before the deadline?
Yes. Got traded at the deadline.
Okay. What team was he on though?
San Francisco.
Oh, Luis Ariz, thank you. Isn't he like a 323 or something?
320.
Okay.
Yordan Alvarez is number 1 at 322. Rise is at 320. Otto Lopez is 318. And then you got Nick Gonzalez in 4th at 306. Jake McCarthy from Colorado at 306.
I knew somebody.
Chandler Simpson at 304. And Gabriel Moreno, the catcher in Arizona, at 302.
And probably not even the best catcher in his own division this year with what the monster in Colorado is doing.
Oh, Hunter Goodman?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hunter Goodman is going to, if he stays healthy, and especially if he goes to a good team, he's going to be ridiculous. He is one of those guys that, especially offensively,
really,
he could be challenging for some of those all-time catcher numbers.
And the scary thing is, Goodman's numbers aren't that dissimilar away from Coors Field.
Right. But you want a really scary thought?
What?
The lowest qualifying batting average in Major League Baseball is 201 currently. It's Jarren Duran in Boston. Okay. The 10 worst batting averages by qualifiers. So these guys would qualify for the batting title if they had a high enough average. Jarren Duran, Ezequiel Tovar from Colorado, Jacob Marcy from Miami, Cedric Mullins in Tampa.
Oh, God.
Manny Machado in San Diego, who's hitting 212. Trent Grisham in New York. Gunnar Henderson in Baltimore.
What the heck happened to Gunnar Henderson the last 2 years? He went from being a monster to... Ugh.
Right. Marcus Semien from the Mets and Dansby Swanson of the Cubs.
That's crazy. What's happening to Gunnar?
Yeah, it's freaking crazy. I mean... This MDE brings up something. We talked about this a little bit on Saturday about, batting averages are down and analytics. And yes, it's analytics. Yes, it's a few different other things too, to me. And of course, I want to get your thoughts too, Dylan. But to me, it's too many guys taking the chicks dig the long ball theory to heart. It's also a lack of fundamentals at the plate. You don't see guys bunt. I'll bet you there's not 10% of the guys in Major League Baseball that can lay out on a good bunt. They don't move guys over. They don't hit the ball the opposite way. It's a lot of, fundamental stuff. The eye test, as MDE says it, that to me has these guys, and they're swinging at bad pitches on top of it, because they don't want to walk for whatever reason. They don't understand the concept that a walk's as good as a hit. So, what do you? I mean, I'm curious to hear what you think.
I think what's also hurting is that these guys try and hit the ball at the ballpark. I mean, and out. I mean, whether it's a strikeout or a pop out doesn't really matter. But if a guy gets on, I mean, if a guy gets on second, I mean, we saw Luis Arias get a 1-year contract, and he's like the anti-power hitter in today's game. A guy who actually walk the count and go line drive, line drive. I think of Ichiro, a guy who would hit for a high average. Now, I think Ichiro could have hit more home runs, but Ichiro could take that ball in the 5.5 hole, or if he got a line pitch to his line, he could hit that line, pull the ball. But Ichiro would hit the ball where it was pitched. These guys now, I mean, Yordan Alvarez, maybe Luis Arias exception. You know what? Who cares? Rather see you hit the ball at the ballpark than get the lazy single the other way.
Right. Well, and you also got to look at too. I mean, you brought up Yordan Alvarez. Yordan Alvarez is at this point in time just a freak because he's going to hit 320 and he's going to lead the league in homers and RBIs because he knows how to hit. He swings hard every time he swings it, but you can tell he has the difference in knowing I need to put one in the gap or I need to go deep. And he has a really good eye at the plate. Considering the way hitters are nowadays, he's got a great eye at the plate. I mean, he's only struck out, and I say only, but Yordan Alvarez has only struck out 90 times this season. Take that and compare it to Ohtani, who struck out 114 times, or Pete Crow Armstrong, who has 141. 90? Really? Yeah. Ichiro he had the power that he could have been a 40 or 50 home run guy. But he knew where his spot was. He was a leadoff hitter. He was supposed to get on base and score runs. And I think a very underrated part of Ichiro's game, I don't know about you, Dylan, was his speed. He had ridiculous base speed and outfield speed.
And the best aspect of Ichiro's game might have been that rocking home in right field. I remember that throw in Oakland. Would that throw look like a line drive to the third baseman?
Mm-hmm. Ichiro had that one of those arms that is going to go down in history as legendary. Like a Dwight Evans, like a Dave Parker, like a Vladimir Guerrero Sr., like a Roberto Clemente.
Jose Guillen.
He just had that arm. And boy, and what makes it even better than some of them is that he was so accurate. Because you could launch it and throw it in the third row all day long. He would launch it and put it right on the back, which is just absolutely bananas.
Yeah, and I bet you, I don't know what the scouting reports in Japan will. I know what mine would have been. Don't run on Ichiro.
Right. I mean, remember when he first came into the league, his rookie year and probably part of his second year, people were actually dumb enough to try to test his arm. It
No.
didn't take long for people to go, we probably shouldn't do that anymore. I mean, you're only going to get thrown out by 20 feet so many times. And then you got to think about it before you do it. He was just, there's very few of those guys that you could say it was a transcendent major league player. The Mariners had two of them at the same time.
It went from Ken Griffey Jr. to Ichiro Suzuki.
Exactly. I mean, and oh, by the way, they had a shortstop that, arguably is one of the best shortstops / third baseman of all time.
Shortstop who went 40-40 in his second in 96.
Yeah, I know. And then the Rangers made the trade that still to this day makes me shake my head.
For Alfonso Soriano.
Oops. Yeah, so they could move Michael Young to shortstop.
Well,
they moved Michael Young from second to short, which, I mean, he won 3 Gold Gloves at short. It wasn't the fact he couldn't play it, but they did it to get out cheap because Soriano was on a cheaper contract, and then the Rangers traded him to the Cubs.
No, Soriano went to the Nats. Where you had
That's right. They traded him to the Nats. You're right. They traded him to the Nats. And then he went from the Nats to the Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
But
by the way, I got a trivia question for you, Rich. Which batter struck out a single season? Who struck out the most in one single season? Which batter struck out the most in one single season?
Oh man, let's see. You got, it was over 200, 210, 215. Hey, Boston Paul, how are you? Adam Dunn, Rob Deere. No. Mark Reynolds.
Mark Reynolds struck out 223 times for the Snakes in 2009.
Because it was either the year before that or 2 years before that, he went over 200 with Houston. And the people here were just absolutely flipping. How can a guy strike out 200 times? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Mark Reynolds.
Hey, Boston Paul, enough with stealing my pictures at 3 o'clock in the morning, dude.
Fuck, you gotta be up. You gotta be up with him.
Golly Moses.
You gotta be up at 3 a.m. with Paul. You gotta be up. You gotta be ready to go.
Hey, even when he makes a mistake on his lineups, people don't see him.
JJ Weatherholt.
Yeah. I went and I looked at that and I told him, I said, if anybody claimed him, I can't do anything about it. I looked and nobody claimed him.
Well, you told us.
It was like 2 days after the fact. I was like,
you told us not to. He had to clear waivers anyway.
This was before I sent the email out.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. Anyway.
I sent the email out like Sunday morning, and Saturday I had Jackson's birthday and all that kind of stuff. I didn't have the chance to go in and fix it until Sunday. So it was out there all day Saturday.
You told me Saturday what happened.
I told you.
I was like, I'm not touching him now.
Yeah.
What's up,
I told
MD?
you.
What's up, Boston Paul?
I didn't send the email out until like Sunday morning. So
I literally just walked through the door. Didn't even eat. Got my I won't promote it, but it's really good. The pretzel bun is back at Wendy's.
Aha. Okay. Pretzel bun baconator, buddy.
Adam, don't make me hungry.
Tell you.
Don't make me hungry. I've got blood work tomorrow, so I'm fasting until like 10:30 in the morning.
You got what in the morning?
I've got blood work in the morning.
What is that?
blood
Not
work?
fun.
They take your blood for tests and all that.
Oh, so you can't eat for like 24 hours?
No, I can't eat for like 15, 16 hours.
Oh, well then I'm not gonna. I was gonna eat. I was gonna eat on the air. Something I never do. But
No,
looks like
I
I'll
mean,
do.
go ahead. You Go
Looks
ahead.
like I'll be that way then. All right. all
No,
right.
you can. No, you can eat. By the way, MDE. This is not. This is not an exam. This is not an exam. I've done plenty of those exams, and they all suck. But this exam, they actually draw. The nurse actually draws my blood, and and it's over in like 20, 30 seconds.
Rich,
Yeah,
how hot?
trust me,
I think-
I
Go ahead, Rich.
had plenty of those. Trust me, I fully understand.
How hot is this wild card race?
That's what we were talking about a little bit ago. We got into that a little bit. We got into who's hot, who's not since the trade deadline, that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what we got into. And then we talked about the lack of great hitters right now.
Well, I'm Rich. I didn't get a chance to watch Saturday's show, but what did the analytics guy say?
It was kind of funny because he actually agreed with a lot of what I was talking about with him, that you don't have the fundamentals. Guys are swinging for the fences. Guys are more concerned about launch angle. They're swinging at bad pitches. They expand their strike zone, which is why you see all these strikeouts, and which is why you see a lot of the low batting averages and all that. Because there were 8. Now there's 7 guys hitting over 300 in the entire league right now.
One of them being Max Clark, but he doesn't
Well,
He doesn't
yeah, I don't
qualify,
think
sir.
I don't think
I
he has
know.
enough
No, I'm
bats
saying-
qualified yet.
Yeah, I'm saying out of qualifiers, there's 7 and only 2 in the American League.
Who's the
Because
two?
if we were doing that since July 1st, I'm definitely putting Stephen Kwan on that list. He's batting 462.
Yeah,
What's up,
but
Jeremy? How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm here.
All right, as long as you're here, that's all that matters.
there's Jeremy down below us here, jumping in.
Who's the two in the American League?
Yordan Alvarez and crap. I lost it. Hold on. Oh, Chandler Simpson.
I know that McGonagall's close. I think he's at like 280 something.
McGonagall is hitting 286. Yandy Diaz and Young-Hoo Lee are 298. Rumfield for Colorado is 295. Young for the Rangers is 94. Ohtani is 292. Michael Harris 291. CJ Abrams 287. Pete Crow Armstrong 286. McGonagall 286. Jonathan Aranda 286. Jordan Walker 285. Wilson Contreras 285. And that's your top 20. But one of the things we were also talking about was, Yordan Alvarez leads the world in everything at the moment. Average,
You're welcome to jump in if you want to jump in.
and RBI. He's actually a couple behind Abrams in RBI right now. But he only has 90 strikeouts. To put that in, and I realize I'm saying only 90, but to put it in perspective, Ohtani has 114. Pete Crow Armstrong has 141. Jordan Walker has 119. CJ Abrams has 114.
For averages?
Say again?
No, those are strikeouts.
Oh,
That's how many strikeouts they've got. And Yordan Alvarez, who leads the league in the majors in homers, is second in RBI and leads the league in average, has 90.
So
it's definitely
it's like everybody that was given Hal-Yu Lee crap when he was struggling when he first came up from the minors with the Tigers. He quietly has 70 more points of batting average than Spencer Torkelson.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it goes back to, and we were just talking about before you popped on, Jeremy. We were talking about, we were talking the analytics on Saturday. And we were discussing, lack of fundamentals, swinging at bad pitches, constantly swinging for the home runs, not situationally hitting. That has a lot to do with it.
Sure does.
But yeah, Paul, I knew what you were doing. I knew what you were doing.
Gotta beat
It's
you.
okay. I got Paul this week, so I got to make up for last 2 weeks because I've been an absolute shit show the last 2 weeks in this league.
Oh, by the way,
I think I've won like 5 games.
Jeremy, we were talking right before you popped on at Boston Paul picking up guys at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I've been doing that lately too because I haven't been sleeping well.
That's because you worried about your fantasy team too much.
I'm more.
No,
more
it
thinking
has
about
nothing to do with that.
I know.
We
Trying to keep it
we
funny.
So
Yeah, Young Huli's at 298. He's on my team. Max Clark's at 297. He finally dipped below 300.
You have every Detroit Tiger in North America.
No, I don't.
no, I know he's missing at least a couple because.
I have one on
did
my.
you
You
ever
got
get
a couple.
Alvarez?
Nope.
Who?
I got one on my team. He's pretty good.
Scooble?
Did you?
He's been cold lately, though.
Scooble's not a Tiger.
Yeah, he's not a Tiger.
Right, I have Riley.
He's a Dodger.
Green. Yeah.
Oh.
I have Riley.
Yeah,
Green.
and okay. Yeah, but somebody asked about Scooble, and
Yeah, I had Torkelson for a minute, but I let him go. I'm not sure who picked him up, but I had him for a minute and then let him go.
Did you pick him up, Jeremy?
who?
Torque.
Spencer Torkelson? Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure who grabbed him, but yeah, I let him go whenever I got Rumfeld from the Rockies.
MDE, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Dylan picks up more pitchers than a New York City dog walker picking up after poodles on a daily walk with his plastic baggie.
And then there's that.
Yeah, you're lucky he's still on your team, Paul.
So, how about them Tigers?
Meow.
Yeah, they're still not in the playoffs.
No, but they are ahead of the Guardians in the standings.
Oh.
Ahead of a team right now. It looks they look drained.
Who?
They look drained. Like they
The Guardians?
Yeah, they just look drained.
Well, just like us, we didn't have to really attack our bullpen because we had guys coming back healthy and we're moving guys to the bullpen. And look at that first start for Jackson Jobe the other night. That was huge.
Darn you, Boston Paul. I wanted Jobe.
I know they're coming here next week, I believe.
No, it's tomorrow. Our
Is it
series
tomorrow?
starts Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We play the Guardians, and then Friday, Saturday.
They're coming to Pittsburgh.
Oh. And then
Yeah,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we play the White Sox. And if we continue at the trend and everybody else continues at the trends they're at, we may be in first place by the end of the week.
Well, the White Sox are still playing good ball.
They're 5-5 in their last 10. You're 3-7. We're 7-3. We're the only one in the American League Central with a winning record the last 10.
What about the Twins?
next Monday, Detroit's in Pittsburgh.
Twins are 4-6.
Jeremy, I don't know what it is, but watching the Tigers, I'm seeing AJ Hinch do some yeoman's work. I think getting Joe back, but how good has Melton been?
Melton's been amazing. He's 7-1 since they moved him into the rotation, and an ERA sub-2. His last 80 inning, he's had 80 innings of pitching as a starter, and he has 69 strikeouts with a WHIP of 0.900. Love Melton.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Put it this way. When Scooble stopped acting like Scooble this year, and he kind of did for a while, he had that couple of weeks right after he got back from his injury, and then he straightened out and started playing like Scooble again. Melton picked up where Scooble wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they're playing a little better now that all the talk's over and all the.
Yeah, and you know what? They're playing more small ball, and there's a couple of Detroit radio people that are pissed that we called up Max Clark before August 14th, because if we'd have waited till August 14th, we'd have kept another year of rookie control. And I'm like, well, why are you mad? Because we're 7-3 since he got here. Because that makes no sense to me.
They wanted that extra year, Jeremy. I think we talked about this, didn't we?
No, but I already know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're going to go ahead and extend him and deal with the lockout, and his contract will pick up the year after that.
No, I didn't we talk about not like why?
Oh yeah, I did. I
said
said we shouldn't until August 14th, which is technically considered the September call-ups because the league's been so extended at 162 games compared to back when it was 140. But yeah, I said that all along, that they should have called all 5 of the guys up I wanted from the minors at the same time. Because don't you get like 5 extra roster spots for call-ups? Is what it is.
You used to. You only get 2 now.
Okay, so for me, if it was me, and I'm going to call someone up, that means you really don't want to do Max Anderson this year. And because Gleyber Torres, we didn't get a chance to deal Gleyber Torres because he was been inconsistent of late. And with his nagging injuries off and on all year, because the groin injury can come back at any time, no one made an offer for him. So we couldn't dump that salary. If we'd have been able to dump that salary, we'd have dumped $136 million in salary this year. But we weren't able to. So with Gleyber here, it makes no sense to bring up Max Anderson because Hyu Lee is actually already playing at a major league level when Gleyber needs rest. The guy that would make sense is one of the outfielders. There's another outfielder there that's batting about 290. Hi, Boston Paul. And Jeff Blake, the left-handed pitcher that has the same type of stuff that Scooble has, but move him straight into the bullpen. Because if you get a guy that can do 2 to 4 innings, and let's say your starter struggles, you can put him in immediately as a long reliever. Because this guy's sitting on a 2.86 ERA with 115 innings pitched and 150 strikeouts in the minors.
You leaving us, Richard?
I am. I only came in to I wasn't going to do the show tonight, and when Adam called, needed me to start the thing for him. So
yeah, we got new routes, and it's crazy, man. I'm driving up and down one-way streets and alleys with no way outs, and it's
yeah. So I've seriously, I've been
a lot of F-bombs
going crazy. Yeah, they're going crazy with work.
Watch
and
out
trying
for
to
Blake.
not get
Think
sick.
Ashby.
So.
Yeah, I hear you, Boston Paul. I like the idea of bringing up Blake and using him as that long reliever option.
Jeremy, we'll get back to that thought. Rich, how do people get you?
Yeah.
So you can get out of here because I know you got a lot of high school football and radio stuff to do real quick, and then we'll get back.
I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow night for open mic night here on the network. Twitter, Big Rich 8371, or on Facebook, just my name, Rich Richardson. Tuesday night, open mic tomorrow night. Hopefully, we'll be able to do Steel City Sports Talk on Wednesday. If things go according to, and we'll have to get with Adam about that and that kind of stuff. Maybe Friday we'll do this trivia thing with me and that guy to my right. So you guys all have a great evening. I appreciate everybody being a part of this thing. Jeremy, Dylan, Adam, I will catch you guys in a little while.
And if I don't see you tomorrow night because I do Inside the Pigskin, I'll see you Saturday if possible there, Rich.
You got it, brother.
Cool
Talk to y'all later.
Yep. Alrighty.
Goodbye. Just as he popped off.
Goodbye.
Adam, after the show, I would like to stay on and talk with you for a minute, bounce couple things off you. since we haven't been
Obviously.
able to talk. I've been waiting 2 days for you to call because Ken told you to get a hold of me.
Yeah, send Ken the link if you can. I know he said he might want to BS afterwards too.
All right.
I did talk to him.
Oh,
So Dylan, how are you doing fantasy wise so far?
I'd be doing a lot better if Boston Paul didn't beat me last week, but Yandy Diaz hit a home run for my team tonight. So I think we're playing each other. You and I are playing each other this week.
Yes, we are, and you're up 3-0 because I didn't adjust my lineups today because I had a lot of stressful stuff going on, but that's okay.
The week is still young. I mean, this time last week I was on an airplane. Watching the
how was your road trip, Dylan?
Long. I think I ate every chicken sandwich, homemade chef, fry in Springfield, Illinois.
You had like a fat boy summer like our boy Matt does in Baltimore, huh?
Gosh. But I did walk out twice and run twice. So thankfully the weather was a lot better and cooler than it is here in the 239. I then got to see some family members who I had never met or hadn't seen in 30 years. FTE, what are you doing? What is this?
No, if he's being funny, don't overreact. I like his funny stuff. Oh, Dylan, your fantasy team is fine. You'd pick up more good moves than a Brazilian stripper on vacation at a bar in Miami during spring break. You always seem to scoop up good moves.
Love it.
All I know is I actually won 2 weeks in a row now.
Well,
Last week, I believe. Max Clark, baby. Dylan
I won
Dingler.
1 week and then I got my ass spit out and tried the second week.
But like I said, neither one of my starting pitchers have pitched yet today, so that's good.
I think that much is going for me tonight. I was just thinking.
What were you thinking?
Oh, that's scary.
I was thinking. In terms of we got a special guest joining us. We got the Bear joining us. We got Ken the Bear fan joining us, or hopefully joining us.
The baby Cubs.
Fantastic.
Uh-oh.
I think he's more of a White Sox fan.
I don't know if he wants to join or not. He's hiding his face tonight.
Did the same thing last week.
Oh, let him in. Let him in. He knows baseball too. What's up, Ken?
Baseball? You're talking about baseball? It's almost like talking about playoffs.
That's coming up.
Playoffs are coming up, Ken.
Who's your baseball team?
Yet. I can't even do Jim Moore until at least week 2.
So what? By the time week 2 happens, the Bears won't have any healthy receivers.
Oh Jesus!
If it keeps up, Luther Burden got hurt.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
That's okay. And Cade Mays broke one of the small bones in his wrist.
Is that why Davian Thomas was the big pickup this week in Dynasty?
Yeah, I mean he's been doing good in camp anyways, but
well, he's injured. He just I heard he just missed a major injury.
Who?
Wasn't that Davion Thomas?
Let me look it up.
Let me look. Hold on. I thought that's who his name was. Yeah, Davion Thomas. Your rookie out of LSU, Ken.
I don't see him on the training on the injury.
Just soreness. So
He has bruised. They said they said he avoids major injury.
Okay, avoided major injury. Okay.
I heard
Yeah.
it was a bruised mangina.
It might have been.
And I'll tell you what, this camp this year, man, the injury bug is. I can't remember it ever being this bad.
All across the league.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
You know, I did some research for us before anybody talks about it. All
What'd you
practice facilities are grass.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
So all these ACLs are happening on grass.
Well, look at the 49ers. How many guys on practicing?
Well, that's the power station, bud.
I explained that on the NFL Roundtable Talks the other night. I said that's because of the blood oath that Kyle Shanahan did to keep CMC healthy. They sacrificed knees to give him health.
I got one for you guys. How about this? How about we look at baseball players who also played football? Two sport athletes who played both.
You got
Major League
Dion, you got
Baseball
Bo.
and
They're
National
the
Football
last
League.
two to do it professionally.
There was another one in there too, and the other Sanders, Reggie, was it?
Oh yeah.
Because he was a wide receiver.
Wasn't Pat Tillman drafted in both too?
He was
Yeah, but we're
drafted in
talking
both,
about-
but he didn't play both as a pro. I'm talking about
Right.
playing both as a pro because Reggie
was
Sanders
Russell.
played for the Reds and he also played, I think he played for the Bengals. I think he stayed right there. That way, if it was a night game for baseball, he could play his football game and go straight to the ballpark.
That makes sense.
But yeah, we had some bad news on the Lions front. Pacheco strained something in his knee. They said MCL, but it's just a strain. It's not a tear, so they expect him to be fine in a couple of weeks. But Cade Mays fell and broke one of the little bones in his right wrist, which is the one he holds the football with, so he can't do the Cam Chancellor thing and use it as a weapon. Because if it had been his free hand, it'd have been like wrap it up and let him club people.
But I mean, you think
When you
of
break the hamate. You break the-
sport athletes. Bo Jackson's probably got to be at the top of the list, right?
It's Bo Jackson, then Dion, then Reggie in that order, and then there wasn't
No,
much after.
Reggie didn't play NFL football.
There was another one though.
Brian
So
Jordan.
here's the notables: Jim Thorpe, Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders, Red Bedrago, that's in 29 and 30. Patty Driscoll, Ernie Nevers, Ace Parker. I saved the best for last. Papa Bear, George Hallis.
Oh, yeah, you would have to say him.
Yeah.
I know.
Other MLB players who played in the NFL: Cliff Aberson, Norm Bass, Charlie Berry, Larry Betancourt, Lyle Bigby, George Brinkley, Tom Brown, Garland Buckeye, Bruce Caldwell. I mean, these are all in the 20s and 30s, man. There's no one.
No one current, right?
Yeah, there's no one current. So the last two big ones, though, were Bo and Dion.
Didn't Brian Jordan play both the NFL and MLB?
Who?
Brian Jordan.
No, he
No.
chose to stick with one in the pros. He did both in college, if I remember right.
Yeah, Bo Jackson played both in college. So did Russ. Russ played both in college, right? Russ got drafted in the MLB. He did spring training 1 year after playing with the Seahawks, but that was as much as he ever did with spring training.
Gotcha.
Is Michael Jordan the closest between basketball and MLB?
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if you. I mean, he
It's the
never made it
closest.
to the bigs though. He only played in minor league ball
Yeah, he played dub for the AA Barons, if I remember
Yeah.
right.
in Birmingham. Yeah.
Birmingham Barons. But it was
Tim
funny that
Tebow.
his first at bat, he smacks a home run, and then he goes on to hit a paltry 196 on the season.
Tim Tebow played minor league baseball for a hot minute too.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
there-
After he got cut from the Broncos and wasn't picked up, he went to AAA ball actually, and he was actually not bad.
Yeah,
In
but
fact,
he never got
one of
called
us-
out.
In fact, one of us saw Tim Tebow play a spring training game against the Red Sox. and the whole crowd stayed. I mean, the whole crowd
Danny
stayed.
Ainge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, didn't Danny Ainge get drafted by the Blue Jays?
Yep.
Yeah.
And think about this. Pat Mahomes was drafted by the Tigers, but didn't accept it and went back to school to be a quarterback.
Well, Russell Wilson was drafted by the Seahawks, right? I mean, not that. I mean, I know he drafted by
The
the Seahawks.
Rockies.
The
He was
Rock, yeah.
drafted to the
Yeah.
Rockies, and he didn't want to do that either. So he
did
went back
spring
to college.
training. He did spring training just to do it one time, and the Seahawks said, "Hey, wait, whoa, don't do it." And then he didn't do it again until he went to Denver, and then he was right there, so he did it.
How about this? Dave Bashir was an NBA Hall of Fame, but he also pitched for the White Sox. Gene Conley won a World Series with the Braves and 3 NBA titles with the Boston Celtics. Steve Hamilton played for the Minneapolis Lakers and pitched in a pair of World Series for the Yankees.
But I mean, you're talking about these are all. I mean, if you want to talk modern age, like
Drew
almost
Henson.
everyone on the list, even that I read, they're all like from the 50s or way earlier.
Drew Henson played for the Yankees and then came back to play professional football
That's
for
right.
the
He came back
Cowboys.
and played quarterback, right?
Hello, Marky Mark in your funky bunch.
Oh, I was thinking,
Mark, you want to jump in for a minute? Jump in, buddy.
who was the Duke basketball player who played college football at Syracuse? I think it was like Greg Paulus.
That sounds right.
Oh shit!
Picasso.
Greg Paulus, yes.
MDE and his nicknames. I love it.
Yeah, I know he's got some good ones. But yeah, we have some interesting news, and I can't wait to share it with you after the show. Sorry, I'm editing an episode dropping tomorrow. I did last night, SummerSlam 91. Marcus Pollard, tight end for the Colts, basketball in college. Oh, you could say the same thing about Mercedes Lewis. Also, Antonio Gates. Travis Kelce played baseball as well in college for the Cincinnati Bearcats.
Jameis Winston played baseball at Florida State.
Yes, he
Yes,
did.
he did.
And that's what
But-
happens when the Bear fan joins us. We talk
If you go
football
by
and
If
baseball.
you go by when he was drafted and when they won their first Super Bowl, the Tigers drafted a Super Bowl winning quarterback before the Lions did.
Tom Brady.
The Tigers drafted Pat Mahomes.
Oh, sorry.
I was going to say Brady didn't play baseball.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
He did in college, not in the pros. He wasn't drafted either.
Wasn't Kyler Murray a first round pick by the Oakland Athletics?
Yes, he was, and he turned it down to go back to college because he was an out of high school pick.
I think after Bo Jackson's hip injury, that really soured the NFL specifically in letting players do both.
Right.
Because after Bo Jackson's injury, I mean, he still had a pretty decent baseball career. Remember, the White Sox bought his contract from the Royals for $1 after his hip surgery, and then he came back and hit pretty well for the White Sox for a minute. But after that, and they let Dion ride out his thing. If you look at contracts now, it's like, yeah, you came and it's not even allowed. You know, don't even think about it. It's written into the contract. If you're dual sport, you're playing one sport and one sport only.
Yeah, because it's fine when you're in your formative years to play multiple sports because it helps your muscles not get so strained in one sport. It helps to keep them loose while they're still growing and developing. But once you become an adult and you specialize, you're better off to play one sport, is what it all boils down to.
Hey, do you think that these pitching injuries are caused by these teenagers, whether it be 14, 15, just focusing on baseball rather than doing like football, baseball, soccer, basketball, whatever?
There is a correlation to it, and it's more than just pitchers. It's every single, even the position players. If they focus on just baseball from between the ages of 14 and 16 and do not play multiple sports, they burn out their arms usually in college.
So my youngest just graduated high school. And he started playing football early, and then did track. And even when he was doing football and track, the coaches weren't happy about it. So even at high school now, they're like his freshman year of football. They want him to act like he was already in the NFL. Like you had to know everything by your freshman year of high school, know every route, know every workout, know every. I mean, seriously, like high school sports has gotten to the point where it's specialized like the pros. And if
And
you're a,
now that some of the states are entering
there's
NIL
NIL in
money
Florida. Yeah,
in high schools, and
Yeah.
that's Florida, Ohio, and now Michigan.
yeah.
And I think there's 4 other states on top of it. I think Georgia was one of them.
There's a kid that went to my kid's high school. He'll be a junior this. Wait, I think he'll be a junior this year or a senior this year. And he was a track guy. As a freshman, he was on an NIL deal with Nike.
Hmm.
As a freshman in high school, on an NIL deal with Nike. So they specialize even at the high school level now, where if your kid would say go through elementary and middle school, they kind of want to play. They play in the park district leagues for football and soccer or baseball. Unless they're on a club team, a traveling club team that you're paying money to have them coach and everything, high school sports is almost like forget about it. The only sport they can really do, maybe, is track. But if it's like any kind of team sport, if you're not in a club paying for coaching in their earlier years, I mean, so you think about the specialization, Dylan, to answer your question, I think, is almost starting by the time they're in 3rd or 4th grade now. That's where it starts. And getting these kids in these traveling clubs.
Bring up the coaching comment here from MDE here. As a former high school coach, I can tell you that the arguments between what sport a player play is real. I always voted for both. I didn't always win, LOL, but I like multi-sport players until college. And that's basically what I'm saying. Senior year, if you want to specialize because you played 2 sports most of your middle school and early high school years, great.
The only thing
Do the one you excel
saw with football players, at least, and MDE might be able to comment on this, was they didn't mind if the wide receivers and the running backs were 100 and 200 sprinters. They would do sprints because that was seen as good for football. And maybe offensive linemen being like shot putters, that was okay too. But outside of that, very heavily frowned upon. Like track was like the one sport because like, okay, well, you can increase your endurance or you can increase your speed as a receiver or a running back by running track. And actually, to be honest with you, the kids who usually won the 100 and 200 were guys who were also wide receivers for the local high schools. You had some kids who were just track kids who just killed. But the football players, that's what they did.
Do you remember when Usain Bolt went and tried out with the pro team and he couldn't catch a cold?
Mm-hmm. Yep, all that speed.
Can you imagine if he could have caught even 3 out of 10 passes?
Look at Willie Gault.
Oh, right. I mean, if he'd have been able to.
Sprinter.
Don Beebe.
Yeah.
Another world-class sprinter in his time.
How about Bullet Bob Hayes, the fastest man in the world?
Mm-hmm.
So the NFL, I mean, I think the thing with track, I think, is about as close as you get. But if you had a kid on the football team who also wanted to play basketball or baseball, it was a little more frowned upon and really, really, really hard. And usually by the kid's junior year, it was one or the other.
Okay, so he was drafted out of high school, but he evidently went back to college, seeing as how he wasn't drafted into the pros for football until 99.
2000.
2000. No.
God, it feels like forever ago.
99, 2000. It was the 99 draft. The year ended in 2000. Then the 2000-2001 year was the year that he took over for Bledsoe.
No. Brady was 199 pick 2000. Then the 01 year was when Brady replaced Bledsoe.
Oh, that's right, because it happened the weekend after 9/11 when he said that wasn't the only Twin Towers that fell by being hit in New York. That was great when he said that on the roast to Bledsoe.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see another Bo Jackson or Deion Sanders, or I'm sorry, Deion Claus hit 300 last year. I don't think we're going to see any more of that. I think after those two, with specialization, the way the leagues are, and the fact that you've got like Otani, who's a dual field / pitcher, even that's like amazingly rare. Maybe now because of Otani, you'll see some more of that. But it's just I think we're just so specialized now. Otani's, even if you think about with specialization, he's a freak. Like, he should not happen in baseball with specialization being what it is. But what I like about, I don't really watch a ton of baseball anymore, but what I like about Otani is he's almost got throwback to the 50s and 60s and 70s when he had pitchers who would throw 200 innings or 200 pitches on Monday, throw 200 more on Wednesday, throw 200 more on Sunday, and just like whatever. And Otani will pitch one day, and then you'll go play the field for a couple days. Specializations kind of ruin sport in some way. So it's
Brian Jordan was decent as a Falcons DB and MLB OF, not OnlyFans. Sorry to get any dander up by saying OF.
Bo Jackson was probably the reason why NFL teams stopped, because when he got that hip injury, and to be honest, I don't think the hip injury was because of baseball. It was probably
it was because of football.
Yeah, it was
other things he was doing. Playoff game against the Bengals.
Right. We know when it happened. That's why we said it wasn't due to baseball, but baseball tried to bring him back and bought his contract for $1.
Actually, that's because the NFL was like, he wasn't going to play in the NFL, so the White Sox bought the contract for $1 from Kansas City in case he decided to make a comeback, and he decided to come back to baseball. And then with Deion Sanders, especially after that day where he tried to play 2 games in one day, right? I think, they were done with that stunt too. And NFL owners, like, all right, look, you got to do one or the other. And the NFL won because they're the richer league.
And I remember the Falcons actually fined Deion Sanders the week that he was in the World Series because he said, I can't come play this Sunday because I have a World Series game.
Yeah. Yep.
And he got fined for it. He got fined an entire game check, and he was hot.
Hey, I'd be happy to take that fine if I won a World Series, but
yeah, I think did they win the World Series?
No,
they came up short, didn't they?
Blue Jays beat the Falcons in '90 and the Braves in '92.
But still, just the fact that he did it's pretty cool.
It is cool because the one game was perfect. It was in the middle of the playoffs. He had a 1:00 game and was able to fly back down to Atlanta and play in the Monday Night Football game. I remember that. That's pretty cool.
Sorry, I had a visitor.
Yeah, I bet.
I've got one for you guys. Let me think. Oh yeah, I could do it off the top of my head, and I could probably get most of these. World Series MVPs from 1980 onward.
What?
Never mind.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
Okay, of the 19.
That's not my alley. That's not my alley.
Dylan, these guys are not trivia guys. These guys do not know shit like you do.
Well, I'm not a baseball trivia guy, nonetheless. I stopped watching baseball actively a couple years ago just because it's where I'm at. It's just kind of hard to keep up. So, yeah.
Danny Ainge.
Danny Ainge was drafted into the Major League Baseball, but played football.
Wasn't Dave Winfield drafted by the NBA, NFL, and NBA?
Possibly.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Oh boy. So realistically, how much Jeremy, Ken, do you think I have a chance against Rich and when we do a trivia showdown?
You guys are the only ones that have a chance against each other. I can't pick who's going to be the winner.
Wait, this hasn't happened yet. I thought it was already. It was,
No.
It was supposed to
Yeah.
have been happened for a month now, but Adam never has had time to set it up.
Yeah,
You know,
work
Adam-
turned crazy, and all of a sudden, like shit got out of control. Dylan went on vacation.
such a slacker.
Big Rich did a disappearing act for a week.
Big Rich is swamped with high school football from 3 different states.
Oh, I mentioned Drew Henson a long time ago, Boston Paul. We mentioned Danny Ainge. We mentioned a lot of those guys you're mentioning now.
I was surprised by George Hallis on that list, though.
It's kind of cool.
Kind of cool.
Oh, healthy. Good vibrato.
Who's eating a burrito?
Oh, you're doing the booger one.
Oh, Mike Trout hit a home run for me. Yay!
Yay! Dylan, your brain is on a different level than 99.8% of humans. Sorry, we wish we could process your questions versus having to cipher through our random reels of Amy Reed, our OF accounts and all. What? Major League outfielders. Isn't that what he's talking about?
I forgot my
No,
password.
that's definitely OnlyFans or whatever site it is.
I forgot my
Oh.
password.
Oh.
I don't think it can help you there.
Well, last night I did my very first fantasy football show of the season.
Who'd you
My
highlight?
co-host Austin Hacker, he did top 10 picks overall to help people with the top 10 picks in any
Jamar
fantasy
Chase?
draft.
Was he number 1?
No, he was not. He wasn't even number 2. He was 3.
Let me see if I can guess the top 10, Jeremy. Let me see if I can guess the top 10.
Okay.
Shamir Gibbs 1.
Yep.
Bijan 2.
Yep.
Chase scores 3.
Yep.
Puka.
Yep. That's where it gets hard. Is after you get past Puka,
McCaffrey.
he was not 5 because we were
Okay,
worried
Jason.
about his injuries. He went to 6.
Jason.
Yeah, JSN was 5.
Then CMC.
Then CMC.
Amon Ra.
Exactly right so far. You got 3 to go, brother.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yes. At 9, who's 8?
Justin Jefferson.
Yes.
And let me see if I could get 10. Oh gosh, it's between 1 and 2. Oh gosh. It's either CeeDee Lamb.
You're right. It is the 1-star rating season. Only great wide receiver.
I've only done 300 best. Well, I'll end up doing probably 300.
Great job. But you nailed. He did the top 10 overall. I did the top 10 per position, all the way from quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, defenses, and special teams.
Let me see if I could get the quarterbacks.
You won't get my order, but you might be able to get ESPN or Lindy's. I have all 3 lists right here in front of me, so go let her rip.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
That's number 1 on all 3 lists. Lamar is 3 on 2 lists and 2 on Lindy's.
Is this regular or is this fantasy?
This is fantasy football.
Okay. Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts is 5 on 2 of the lists. He is not in the top 10 on mine.
Is that because of the loss of AJ Brown, Jeremy? Is that why
Yes.
you dropped him?
Yes, I dropped him because of the
Drake-
loss of AJ Brown.
No
Drake
beat
May.
from Malachi?
Drake May.
Drake May is number 4 on 1 and number 10 on 9. Because he's had one good year, I'm not putting him up there yet.
They didn't play him.
Joey B.
Joey B is 4 on Lindy's list, and he's 7 on ESPN's and mine because of his health concerns.
How about the guy in LA, Justin Herbert?
Did not make a single top 10.
What in the what? Oh,
His
you
wife does, his fiance does.
Yeah, his fiance does. Madison Beer is a top 10 singer.
okay? Ken, I'm
Yeah.
about to say your boy right now, Caleb.
What about Caleb?
Caleb made Lindy's list at 8. That's it.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Caleb makes most top 10 lists for some reason. Right now, which I'm not complaining about.
No, he didn't make ESPN's, and he didn't make mine. He had one good year. I'm not putting him up in the top 10 because I just can't yet.
No,
If
understandable.
I see it 2 years in a row, then I might be able to put him there.
understandable. We're not like Packer fans after 4 games anointing Love the Messiah.
You know, wait, before you say anything, Jordan Love is not in the top 10 either.
Yeah. No, I understand. It's understandable.
It's Jared
He's
Goff.
in my top 10 because he's on my dynasty
Jared
team.
Goff is in all 3 top 10s. He's 6th on mine. He's 5th on ESPN's, and he's 9th on Lindy's.
And he's 3rd on Motown Mitch's.
Yeah.
You know what? Matthew Stafford.
He's number 2 on my list. He did not make either one of the other lists.
Wow, that one's surprising.
Okay, how about the guy who won the Super Bowl? Sammy.
Sammy Darnold did not make the top 10 list at all. He was an honorable mention in all 3.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy did not make a top 10 list.
All right, which ones do we have so far, Jeremy?
Okay, you got Josh Allen, you got Lamar Jackson, you got Drake May, Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff, Joe Burrow.
Patty Mahomes.
Patty Mahomes only made my list at 5, and I did it due to his continued success. I'm not going to knock him out of the top 10 due to that injury last year because that's a fluke.
Dak.
Dak Prescott is 4 on mine, 9 on ESPN's, and not on Lindy's list.
Kirk O'Chains.
Kirk O'Chains didn't make it into the top 20.
What about the midget in Minnesota?
He didn't make a top 10 list either.
What?
I've got a better idea. How about-
Surprising though, ESPN and Lindy's had Jackson Dart at 7 on both lists, and I had no clue why they had him there.
Well, it's definitely Russian. Definitely more.
Yes,
fantasy.
I had Drake May at 10. He's had one good full season. I am not going to put
Caleb.
Did
no, but Caleb actually didn't make it as far into the playoffs as
I'll
Drake
give
May
you
did.
that. I'll give you that today.
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels is 2 on ESPN's. He's 6 on Lindy's. He's 9th on mine because I think that injury should have knocked him down.
You know what?
Drugs being smoked.
We haven't mentioned the guy behind me yet. What about my fellow?
All 3 lists number 8.
Okay, that's about that's about right.
And that you've named them all now.
What about Bake?
Baker
love
did
the
not get
Flacco
an
comment.
honor. Baker did not even get an honorable mention on all 3 lists.
I want to guess the tight ends because
You want to go
that's
tight
gonna
ends?
be-
Okay. I know is that if you don't say the first 2 right, you got all 3 lists wrong.
Brock Bowers
That's number 2.
and Trey McBride.
That's number 1. That's
Okay,
that's
now we
across
get
the
to
board.
Fun one.
I didn't know there are other tight ends in the league after them too.
Tucker
know.
Kraft.
Tucker Kraft did make Lindy's list, but due to his injury and the fact he's just coming back, he didn't make it on mine or ESPN's.
Look at Boston Paul standing up for Ken right now.
You know what? He who shall not be named, and he's married to a singer who's not going to be named. Number 87.
Did not make the list due to his poor play last year. They held the Pat Mahomes injury against him.
Loveland.
What about TJ Warren?
Loveland, Colson Loveland, he actually made 6th on my list. He was 3 on ESPN's, and he was 8th on Lindy's.
TJ Warren, number 3, Jeremy.
You mean
Warren
Tyler
is 3rd
Warren.
on mine, 4th on ESPN, and 4th on Lindy's.
You know what? I'm a fan of Harold Fannin Jr.
Harold Fannin was 6th across the board on all 3 lists.
Okay. You know what? There's a likely chance Isaiah Likely is somewhere near the list.
He is 15th. Not in the top
I think
10.
he's going to be highly utilized in that Giants offense.
Yeah, but he hasn't had that type of production yet consistently, so they wouldn't put him in the top 10. Think about consistency. Who actually met the average touchdowns for tight ends last year was 3.5.
What about
And
Gadsden?
even in Oronde Gadsden was an honorable mention on all 3 lists.
Really? Well, Justin Herbert didn't make your top 10, so that's not a surprise.
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts was 10th on my list, 5th on ESPN's, and 3rd on Lindy's. He only had one great year, and with a quarterback that thrives on throwing to a tight end in the end zone, he just threw enough times that Kyle Pitts finally figured out how to catch it. Sam Laporta was 5th on mine. He's 6th on ESPN, and he was 9th on Lindy's.
Well, what about Mark Andrews or Dalton Kincaid?
Neither one of them made the list
Really?
on any list.
So who have I named so far?
You named Kelty, you named McBride, Bauer.
What numbers?
Okay, you've done 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 10 on my list.
So we need your 4.
Yep. Think a perennial playoff team lately tends to go deep. Tends to go deep into the playoffs, usually.
Kittle me Timbers.
Kittle made 9th on my list. He did not make the ESPN top 10.
Well, because of the Achilles, but I think Kittle could
But he
play
made
before.
10th. He also made 10th on Lindy's.
I'm
I'm talking about a different team that normally goes deep in the playoffs, same conference.
Same conference?
Dallas.
Yes,
Goddard.
Dallas Goddard is number 4 on my list.
Woof.
So that completes my list. Honorable mentions were, of course, Travis Kelce, Oronde Gadsden, Isaiah if you were in that 15 to 11, you got an honorable mention.
Okay.
Dalton Kincaid.
Okay. Let me see if I can get defenses.
That's the next page. Perfect.
The LA Rams.
LA Rams is 4th on my list, 5th on the ESPN's, and 7th on Lindy's.
What?
Yep.
Wow. Myles Garrett not making them. Okay.
He still has yet to practice back from his injury. They haven't said what the injury is. It just says lower leg injury.
The 12 Seahawks.
Seahawks are 2 on my list, 2 on Lindy's, and 4 on ESPN.
Denver's got to be up
The
there.
New York Jets.
Denver is number 1 on ESPN, number 1 on mine, and number 3 on Lindy's.
The New York Jets.
They won 32nd in the league overall. Good job.
The Los Angeles Chargers.
The Chargers are 8th on my list. They did not make the ESPN list. They are 9th on Lindy's.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
The Eagles are 10th on my list. They did not make Lindy's, and they did make ESPN's at 7.
Oh no, this is gonna.
Yeah, they're good run. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Pittsburgh's on there. He's the 3rd on ESPN, 5th on Lindy's. I have him at 5th.
Where would the Chiefs be?
It might end up number 1. Just
Not-
to let you know.
Chiefs or Pitt?
No, Steelers.
Well, Chiefs did not make anybody's list. They weren't even an honorable mention. They were so bad last year.
No. The Ravens? No. maybe
Ravens
not.
did make the list on all 3. Let me go through this. Ravens were
Being
ninth
Malachi
on
Starks and
Lindy's,
Keith and
7th on
Hamilton this year.
ESPN, and I had them at 9th on mine because they had some key losses.
Teddy Buchanan's coming back this year. Malachi Starks, Keith Hamilton. Dude, that defense is going to be good.
But they did have some losses up front.
Well, getting Buchanan back is going to be huge.
Yeah.
Huge filling that middle there.
New England?
The Patriots were 8th on ESPN. They were 6th on Lindy's. They are 7th on mine.
I bet New England falls out because they actually have to play teams this year in the regular season.
Well, New England.
There is a team you guys haven't mentioned, and I'm shocked because they have a great defense every year, but they lose in the playoffs due to their offense.
Cleveland Browns.
I said playoffs due to their offense.
Look, the Cleveland Browns had like the number 1 defense.
You know what? All my exes live in Houston, Texas.
That's right. They are 3rd overall on mine, 2nd on ESPN, number 1 on Lindy's.
I mean, the Browns had a great defense, but I think without Myles Garrett, it's going to be a long year.
The ESPN did this before the off-season trades. I looked at when their copyright date was, and they made their list strictly off of last year's stats. So the Browns did make the 9th for ESPN, but Lindy's was right after the trades and the draft. So theirs is a little more realistic, not having them in there. I don't think they belong in the top 10.
Yeah,
we said the Ravens
before the free agency and the draft. That makes no sense.
Yeah, ESPN did it based.
ESPN. I forgot we're talking about stupidity here.
Yeah, I know. They're the same people that fired a bunch of people that were DEI inclusive in their comments, but I like that. I can't believe you haven't said a certain one, Schmidt.
Jags.
Yeah, Jacksonville. They are across
Look at
the board.
Even he was
Across the board, 6th. They're 6th overall. Lions did not make but one top 10 list, and that was ESPN's.
Is that because Arnold got hurt?
No, because they haven't been a top 10. They weren't even a top 10 defense when they went 15-2. They were a top 10 scoring defense, not a top 10 defense overall.
I mean, Green Bay. No, Bears wouldn't be a top 10 defense. Green Bay maybe when Michael Paulson's returns, but no.
Between all 3, only 2 NFC North teams made the top 10, and they are not named. Yep, they are not named the Bears or Lions or Packers.
Okay, let me see if I can get kickers. Well, I'm going to take a wild guess at number 1. He's the guy in Big D.
Yeah, he's the one from the 1-star rating system, Brandon Aubrey.
Okay, Cam Little.
Number 2 on mine. He was 8th on ESPN and 3rd on Lindy's.
Kaimi Fairbairn.
Kaimi Fairbairn made ESPN and Lindy's, but not mine. MD.
Chris Boswell.
Chris Boswell was 10th on mine and 10th on Lindy's, but did not make the ESPN list.
Who was the Jets kicker last year? I can't think of his name. Nick
He wasn't
Folk.
very. Yeah, he made the list. He was 8th on mine, 7th on Lindy's, and not on ESPN. I can't believe you guys haven't mentioned this guy because we all bid for him to be the Super Bowl MVP.
The Seahawks kicker.
Yeah, Jason Myers.
Yeah, the old.
And the only reason why this team won 7 games down in New Orleans, because they only won 3 with their new quarterback,
And the kicker.
their kicker, Will Reichard.
From the University.
You all
of
forgot
Alabama.
one. Hold on, you forgot one.
Who?
I don't
Chris
know the
Santos.
Bears. Well, you got to have the kicker from Dallas. I cannot think of his damn name.
Yeah,
what-
We said him first. He
Did
was
you say
number 1
Santos?
overall. No, we said Aubrey. We did
Auburn's
not.
number 1 overall.
The Chicago's
think we
kicker
did,
didn't
we?
even get an honorable mention
Last.
on any list.
You know what? He's got the perfect name for a kicker. Cameron Dicker, the kicker.
Cameron Dicker is 6th on my list. He was 2 on ESPN, and he was 4th on Lindy's. Aubrey is the Jennifer Aniston of the NFL.
No, I've got a better one. Brandon Always the Sydney Sweeney of the NFL.
Hey, all I know with his last name, his first name would be Masta for a nickname.
And then Rachel's going to have a new hootie tootie when he misses in the playoffs, right?
So this guy is 5th overall on all 3 lists.
Who's the Eagle kicker?
Nope. This guy is 5th overall on all 3 lists, and he's out of the NFC North, and he's not a Bear, he's not a Viking, and he's not a Pack.
Your kicker?
Yeah, Jake Bates.
Oh, yeah.
Jake Bates.
Like I said, I gave you a clue when I said his first name would be Masta if I gave him a nickname.
Who's the Lakatron guy in Cincinnati?
Greg Zerline?
No, not Zerline, but the Bengal. I can't
No,
think.
he got
of his
hurt
name.
last year, didn't he?
The Bengals kicker.
For some reason, somebody put Harold Mavis on their list. The guy that only played half a season because their kicker got hurt for the Rams.
By the way, LA special teams is why the Rams didn't end up in the Super Bowl.
I know. That's why I didn't put him on my list.
Evan
But I will
McPherson.
tell you one guy that had a great year, and he was the only consistent guy on that team, and they didn't make the playoffs, and they're a 3-time Super Bowl winner. Buttkicker.com. Harrison Butker.
The butt of everyone. Did Evan McPherson make your list?
No, not on any of them.
Okay.
The
That
one
was
you guys
bigger.
the one that would be really hard to get is I don't understand why this guy made the list because his miss cost them the division.
The Ravens.
I was just ready to say it.
I don't know how he made their list. The only other guy you guys haven't named because you've named everybody else. Eddie Pinheiro.
The Cardinals.
Panthers.
Panthers kicker. He was a Cardinals kicker. He plays for the Panthers now.
Tell you how much I pay attention to Eddie Pinheiro.
I think Eddie Pinheiro went to Florida, right?
Former Bear. That's all I gotta say.
I have no
We
idea.
cut him.
Oh yeah, Chomp Chomp. He's a Gator.
Chompers, baby. Chompers.
Now, the fun one, because I think it's fun. Wide receivers.
Well, Jamal
Top
Chase
10?
is going to be somewhere on the list.
Jamar Chase is 1 on Lindy's and mine and 2nd on ESPN.
Well, Jetta. You gotta have Jetta.
Jettas is 4th on my list. He's 6th on ESPN and 2 on Lindy's.
Amon-Ra.
Amon-Ra is number 2 on my list. He's number 3 on ESPN and he is 5th on Lindy's.
CD.
CD Lamb is 7th on my list, 3rd on Lindy's, and 5th on ESPN.
Puka.
Puka is 5th on my list, 1st on ESPN, and 6th on Lindy's.
Okay.
I put him down because he may start the season on the suspended thing. There, he's still being investigated on the biting incident.
He's. Let me take.
Pukula. Who?
Rick London.
Drake London is 6th on my list. He was 8th on ESPN's. He did not. Oh, wait. He made 10th on Lindy's.
Okay.
There's a couple of guys on here that I'm quite.
Brown.
Who?
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown did not make anybody's list this year.
Ray Rice. Rasheed Rice. Jesus.
Rasheed Rice was 7th on ESPN's list, and I laughed at it because he's going to miss the first 4 weeks of the season because he had that knee
I
cleanup
said Ray
surgery.
Rice. Jesus.
Yeah. Don't look at me like that. I don't make. I made one list and I based it off of what I read.
George.
What
Sorry. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
JSN is 3 on ESPN on mine, and he was 4th on Lindy's.
Okay.
What about Jameral Lane?
Who?
Lane.
No lanes.
Rookie for the
George
Ravens.
Pickens.
Pickens did not make the top 10 for anybody.
What about Chris Olave?
Chris Olave was 10th on mine. He was not on ESPN, and he was 7th on Lindy's.
Devontae Smith.
Did not make the top 10 for any list.
No DK?
No DK either. He was an honorable mention. He was in the top 15.
Collins.
Nico Collins was 8th on my list. He was 9th on ESPN's. He, for some reason, where he should have been on this list, according to what I'm reading, he was 8th on Lindy's. No, he should have been 8th on Lindy's, but he wasn't. It's a guy that had one good rookie year and then spent the year with an ACL injury last year. And
Malik Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors made 8th on the Lindy's list, and I about fucking flipped my lid when I saw it. Now, I do agree. I only had one rookie from last year that made my list. Can you guys name him?
The most efficient route runner in football, Luther Burden III.
No. Fantasy-wise, he's not up there yet, buddy.
No. He's not.
He was actually barely mentioned in the top 50.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at.
And because, they have to go by the production he had last year.
For fantasy purposes, Bears players going to be tough because
that's the guy.
So many damn targets.
Tetaroa McMillan. He's 9th on mine and Lindy's. ESPN didn't even have him in there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, let me see if I can get running backs now. Well, Gibbs, Bijan.
Yep.
No, we already did running backs.
No, we did the top 10 overall. That's why, but there was like 4 running backs in the top 10.
Gibbs, Bijan, JT.
JT is 4th. CMC is 3rd.
James Cook.
5th.
Saquon.
Hold on, did Tank Dell make your wide receiver list at all?
Who?
Tank Dell.
No.
He's going to get comeback player of the year.
That's fine, but he has not had the numbers to be up in the top 10.
Adam Kyler Murray's going to get comeback player of the year when he's a top 10 quarterback this year.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You have more hopium than the Vikings. Lad McConkey did not make it.
All right, so we got 5. We're on 6.
Yeah, you guys have named my top 5 verbatim.
It's got to be A-Chain. It's got to be
A-Chain at 6. 7 should be easy.
Ashton Janty.
He's 8th.
Okay.
Across the board. Kenneth Walker III, Super Bowl MVP.
Okay.
Nine.
Now we got 2 left.
King Henry.
Who?
King Henry.
Believe it or not, King Henry did not make anybody's list.
Okay. Marion Hampton.
Oh, Marion Hampton is 9. And you
RJ.
already said 10 with Saquon Barkley. You named the list quick.
Wait, did we say Chase Brown?
Chase Brown only made 10th on the Lindy's list.
Okay, never
But
mind.
RJ didn't make any list.
Who?
Honorable mention.
Who?
RJ Harvey.
No, he did not make any list. He didn't even get an honorable mention. He was in the 16 to 20 range.
No Bucky Irving either.
Well,
Hi
it's
Ken, how you
fantasy
doing,
points,
buddy?
though. But Adam, we're talking fantasy points. That's like, I'm not surprised there aren't many Bears on the list because we got that many targets. It's kind of hard. But you want, for fantasy, remember, you're looking for guys who like, if you're,
I like
if you're
one guy.
recruiting, you know what I'm saying? You're looking for guys who are going to get a lot of points because, well, they're the only guy. So, like, if you're a Bears receiver for fantasy, don't expect much because he's got a bunch.
The honorable mention for the Bears was Roma Dunze. Yeah, Ted McMillan was 9 across the board. Boston Paul.
I wouldn't expect Rome to be on the list, to be honest.
He actually made the honorable mention. He was in that 11 to 15 range.
Is Manon guy ready to take over the role there, Ken?
Well,
He's
What do you
a
mean
different
take over
back.
the
He's
role?
more of a power. He has some speed. He has some pop. He has a little bit of elusiveness,
his
but he's
role
more of
is
a
to
power
be
back.
what Swift isn't. So, yeah, he is. He did it last year already. Look at back on.
All right.
All right. Now
I
that we've
tell everybody
talked
where they can
hour
find me?
of fantasy football, I think we can finally wrap up the baseball show.
Okay. Jeremy, you go first.
Well, everybody, you can find me on my network, which is the KCB Sports Network, where we go live 7 days a week now that I got a fantasy football show. I'm doing 12 shows a week.
Crazy. I love it.
Ken does 5 on his. Go ahead. Tell him, Ken.
You can find me right now on X at Ken the Bear Fan X, but coming soon to a theater near you, a certain move because we're leaving the Huddle Sports Network.
Yes, we are. That's what we need to talk about after this show. That's why I didn't stream it anywhere.
Hey, I'm at Sports Talking It on Twitter, guys. You can get me there. You can get me at Driving the Top Productions on YouTube. And Dylan.
And coming to a baseball draft near you. I'm everywhere, Dylan at Sports One. By the way, Felix Castro and I are going to be in a DK draft tomorrow night. I think 8 or 9 o'clock. I have no idea.
What time, Dylan? I still have one. I still have one to play.
9
got my
o'clock
freebie.
tomorrow night. 9 o'clock tomorrow night.
Oh, we got an open sports mic tomorrow night. I was gonna say I still got that one left. I got to use it.
Well, let's get in a draft now.
No, we got business to talk after the show. I'm not doing.
Yeah, we don't got time now.
Yeah, it's time to end it.
Okay, and you know what? Love chatting. I don't know how we made it an hour and 43 minutes. So
We talked
Because we
fantasy
went-
football for the
we
last
talked
45. But anyway,
Yeah, Dylan.
try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts within us. Much love to everybody in the chat. It was good to see MDE, Boston Paul, and the crew talking with us, driving the chat. That's what you guys do the best. That's why I think you guys are some of the best fans I've ever had on my channel.
I love these guys.
That was deep.